Can you hear me okay? Hey, game file. Looks like it might be a little glitchy. BTW. Oh, we limited. It was the non-selective today. Can't hear me? Oh, you can hear me. Okay, good. Yeah, it should make for a pretty good video. Should be a pretty good one. T-Bones, welcome in. Appreciate you stopping by. I look a little red from being out there, don't I? It was beautiful out there. Run about 30, 35 mile an hour out across the ocean just to getting it. So if I'm gonna see if I know how. This is the first time I ever used StreamYard. Video details. I'm gonna see if I can get the link so that somebody else can come up if they want to, but I don't know how. Here. I'll get this figured out yet. Okay, there is a link if anyone wants to come up and join me. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever used StreamYard, so I don't know I don't know much about it. I'm doing it off my phone. I should probably be doing it off the computer, but actually I probably could switch accounts. Let me see if I can do that. And then I should be able to pin this message. There you go. LNS. What's up? LNS, are you I'm trying to remember who you are. You are the one that was fishing with Tyler Goes Fishing from Richmond, Virginia. Is that right? Enjoying the cooler weather. What do you call cooler weather? Oh, it's someone else then. Yeah, probably. 70s. Yeah, that's a little cooler. I have a brother, actually a couple brothers that still live in Virginia. I grew up there about 30 miles west of Richmond in Amelia County. But yeah, it's been or it always is a brutal one in the summertime back there. I don't miss that at all. I don't know. I guess it's up close to 80 here today. Out on the ocean, it was about 60, 65, somewhere in there. Yeah, it's not bad. Biggest one I killed in Virginia. It's wasn't very wide, but the tines are like 9.5 inches tall. On the turn you up so you can see it just a little bit. There, should be able to see it a little better now. The big tines were like 9.5 inches, and then it was a really even rack. .68 in Georgia. That's pretty decent. I think it was down in the 50s here tonight. I say tonight. Last night, overnight. I don't know. I got up at 2:30 or 2:15 this morning and headed for the ocean. So I was out of it a little bit. We got our limits. We had 4 guys, so 2 apiece, 8 of them. Took us a while, but I say it took us a while. We were on the ocean before sunrise, and within the first 15, 20 minutes, I'd say we had one on board, and then we trolled and trolled and trolled and trolled. We hooked up with a couple others. They kept getting off before we got them in the boat, and then we started trolling out a little deeper, and the water warmed up just a little bit, and they started hammering. And once we got one on the boat, it was about 15 minutes. We had five more on the boat, just like that. So we finished out pretty quick after that, and we finished out at 9:15 or 9:45, I believe it was this morning. Yeah. I don't know. I've never done much beach fishing. I don't know. I don't know how that. I mean, people catch them out here. They go surf perch fishing, and they catch a few. I don't know. I've never tried it out here, but yeah, it was beautiful out there on the ocean. I got some good footage of the sunrise, and saw a few whales out there. I don't know if I got much footage of that. I was only videoing on my phone, and it was just about not light enough to be videoing. And yeah, but we saw a couple whales. There was a charter boat that was really, really close to one that came up, and its tail did the whole thing above the water right in front of them. And they were a couple 100 yards from us, but you could hear them hooting and hollering over there. Straight to the point. I didn't even see you sneak up in here. Oh, I have to go on to the YouTube part of this if I'm going to make more moderators. I was gonna make game. Oh, game file is a moderator. No wonder it wouldn't let me make a moderator. L and S, I'm gonna make you a moderator, so you can share links. You can share your own link if you want, and you're not working. Well, that's a good thing. Yeah. You can share your own link so people can subscribe, and you can share other people's links that you want or would like to grow. All right, game file, that'd be fine. This one might go for a little while. I don't know. Depends how many people come in. I know it's kind of a dumb time of day to be going live, but on the other hand, I don't even know what's 6. It's 9 o'clock back east, so people are probably done with their done with their day's work, and they're ready to sit down and relax and enjoy watching me be an idiot. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even look who all's live. Hey, Grant, welcome in. You should have been out on the ocean today, Grant. You'd have, yeah. You'd have had good drone footage today of us. We landed 5 salmon in like 15 minutes. That drone would have been working his tail off trying to keep up with us. Of Survivor and Earl. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. What's a lot of work, L&S? Pulling in that many fish? We had 4 guys on board, so it was a little bit. These are the Coho or the silvers, so they're not huge. But today or yesterday was the first day of non-selective coho fishing in the ocean. So you could keep the wilds and the hatchery fish. And today was the second day. That's why we went out. And oh, the ocean was beautiful. And yeah, it was a lot of fun once we got out there. It's the first time I've ever driven out in the ocean when it's pitch black, and that's kind of fun. Or not. But the windshield was all fogged up, couldn't see anything, but at least the ocean was flat and didn't have to dodge too many waves. Yeah, you're right. They can be scary. Today they weren't bad at all. Anytime you can drive your boat 35 mile an hour out across the ocean, it isn't too bad. But I tell you what, some of those things, especially that ebb chop, when the wave breaks backward, that's a pretty nasty wave. got 7 people in here. I only see 4. No, straight to the point, I don't think it is. Because I think every time you click a link, it stops it. It doesn't take you out of the live stream necessarily, but it does stop the live stream, and you got to hit play again before it'll go. Oh yeah. I wonder. Yeah, I don't know. So what did you guys do today? Anything fun? Anything exciting? That's about all I did. Went out on the ocean, played around for a few hours, and then fought the traffic getting back out of the water. There was a lot of boats out there. And yeah, straight to the point is asking, what does everyone hunt this fall or winter? I'm not going to hunt anything except nutria, probably. That's cool, straight. I'm sure the 2-year-old had plenty of wisdom for you. Probably the 7-year-old too. 4 people in here. It's getting a little slower. Straight to the point. Do you have a community page yet, or are you not that big? I can't remember. Yeah, I bet you he was bouncing off the walls too. That's funny. You're under 500. I wasn't sure where you were. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure you would be. Uh, I got to 1,000 in just over a year, I think. Well, I had started way back. I mean, I only uploaded a couple videos, and then um, about one a year for a while, and then just kind of got into it about a year and a half ago, probably. Maybe only a year ago. I don't remember. I'd say a year and a half ago. But well, let me see if I can do this while I'm on here. There you go. Gotcha. So, uh, you just didn't do any fishing, or you didn't do any recording over that time? Oh, you didn't do any of it. Gotcha. Yep. That doesn't hurt. Bunch of negative stuff on there anyway that'll drag you down most of it. If you let it. Yeah, I got back to the boat ramp today, and of course it's all packed full of boats trying to get out of the water, and so I park out where I had room to park, barely, but I had room to park, and had one of the guys go up and get the pickup and back it in, and they got it took them probably 30 minutes at least to get into the boat ramp, back into the boat ramp. Is 3 wide, and I got up there just about to get on the boat, and my boss texted me, and or he had sent me a WhatsApp message, and I just listened to it just as I was about to get on the boat trailer. He said, "Hey, come if you get this message." He said, "I'm up here in the river. I ran out of gas." He was out there salmon fishing too, but he had put in about 15 miles up the river, and so I just about got on the boat trailer, and then I hit reverse, and the guy's standing there trying to catch the front of the boat's looking at me like, "What in the world are you doing? You're backing away from the boat when you're supposed to be coming forward, or from the trailer." And then I got all turned sideways and everything, and finally got it turned around and headed back out. And then I stopped and told him I was going after the boss man because he ran out of gas. But anyway, I get out in the bay and head up river, and called him to see where he was exactly. And he goes, "Oh, don't worry about it. Somebody already towed me in." I was like, "You got to be kidding me." Because then I had to go sit in line again for about 30 minutes while he got back to the boat ramp with the truck again. Oh well. Well, you need to get back out there. But I guess not if your back is terrible. What do you do for work, Straight? I think you work in a warehouse or something, don't you? Warehouse work, unload semis. All forklift work. Or mostly forklift work, I should say. Hey, Steve. Oh, there was a crowd out there. I actually didn't get in with the crowd though. I trolled up. I went south of Seal Rock from the get go, and we got one on board in about 15 minutes, and then um, got a few other bites. A few of them close to the boat, and then they get off, and we went down south of Seal Rock quite a ways, and then fished shallower, deeper, and finally I just aimed the boat northwest for the last boat in the group, the furthest west boat in the group, I should say. And once we hit them, it was about 145 feet of water and 52.2 degrees. Once we hit them, man, we slayed them. We had like 5 more in the boat in about 15 minutes. So we just kept circling around that spot and limited out. Called the boss man down there. He was up with the group of all the others, and he came down there and limited out as well. So there wasn't very many people fishing that particular spot, but they were sure biting there. I didn't see a lot of people catching a lot of fish up in that whole group of boats, but obviously somebody was catching something because there was a lot of salmon going in. But the ocean was beautiful out there. So you're going to Wyoming, Steve? You coming back anytime this winter, or you staying back there for the winter? $57 boats. I bet you didn't see them all. There was a bunch of boats out there, man. Yeah, you might have seen them all. Did you see me out there? I know you didn't. I know you couldn't have seen where I was, but yeah, straight. Hey, Tyler, welcome in. If anybody needs a new channel to follow, Tyler Goes Fishing does a lot of creek fishing. He loves the dinks. He also got a kayak recently, which is awesome. I love kayak fishing. Oh, you did have the binos looking for me? I was out there. There you go, straight to the point. Good job. Share his link. Dink Master. That's right, Tyler. I didn't even watch your last video yet. I should do that. The one where well, I guess it's your last one, your second kayak trip. Tyler, you want to come up on panel? Talk to all these guys and let them learn to know you a little bit or not? He means it when he says Dink Master. He loves catching little sunfish and whatever. But yeah, I'm kind of like that too, though. I'll catch sunfish all day long. I mean, they're a lot of fun. But he also gets some pretty decent sized fish on light gear, so he has some pretty good fights once he does hook up with a big one. Feel free to share this live out with on your community page if you have one. See if we can get some people in here and make it more fun. I know I'm pretty boring. Yeah, you ain't that old, straight. You ain't 40 yet, are you? Yeah, I need to go watch that one. That thing probably yanked you around pretty good on that kayak too, didn't it? 37, yeah. I got you by 5, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, those bass will pull you around pretty pretty good on those kayaks. Somebody just sent me a comment. I gotta go see what that is. I mean, I'll be here, but I don't know who that is. But he said I can go in his boat anytime I want. I don't know. Don't know who he is. Plain old Chuck. Be 70 next month, still chasing them. Bigger boat, calmer water. You got that right. I tell you what, it makes it really, really nice when it's calm water out there. But my calm water and your calm water may be two different things. Yak striper fishing. Now that would be a ride. I've never caught a striper. They have them out here, I guess, but I've never fished for them. Thinking about taking my kayak next Saturday down to the Umpqua River and fishing for smallies, but have to see if I can get somebody to go along with me. we will see. Hey, I appreciate it, Tyler. I should be editing my salmon fishing video that I made today, but figured going live would be more fun than sitting around micro uh, scrutinizing computer screen. Wipers, white bass striper hybrid. Yeah. Straight, you want to come up on panel or not? $11, $12-pounders. I bet they pull pretty good. Can you keep them there, Chuck? Yeah, editing. I don't mind editing. But I mean, it can get old depending on how much you have to do and whatever. But Paul Landis, yeah, you did miss out today, man. You should have gone. That ocean was flat as a pancake, man. 35 mile an hour out across there, just hauling. But told you should go, man. Oh, more than one camera multiplies your task by a lot. I mean, that makes it a lot harder. I today I just used my phone, my one phone, and yeah, just did it that way because I was navigating, trying to keep trolling as the fish were coming in and trying to video. So yeah, multitasking, all kinds of good stuff. How close are you to Gallipolis, Chuck? Come to think of it, though, Steve, I did have the one other guy that was with me. I had him do a little video clip here and there because he has an iPhone. He could airdrop it to me. That doesn't break down the quality of the video, so I have to check with him on Monday and see if I work with him, so I have to check with him on Monday and see if he got anything worth using. Right across from Wheeling. I think you're pretty close. Gallipolis is Gallia County. Trying to think of what other town is down there. I got a brother-in-law that lives there. Yeah, I can't remember what the. Yeah, you could get friends like that, I suppose, if you took me with you. Who's the guy that commented to my comment on your video? Do you know him? The Lawrence Martin or whoever he is? He said I could go with him whenever I want to. Derek David, just got done with dinner. What did you miss? Well, probably dessert. I crack myself up sometimes. uh, if you didn't go salmon fishing today, you missed out. I'll just put it that way. Oh man, I didn't amputate my big toe, but one of the guys on board, uh, did take a hook through his thumb, just for good measure. Oh, he's the guy you fish with? Is he the guy that you were with when you saw me out there? Yeah, he got that hook in his thumb on the second fish we got on board, and that was his own fault. But yeah, I might hit him up on that actually, because that'd be relaxing just to go out there and fish, instead of having to worry about the boat and resetting and all that good stuff, making all those decisions. Just go out there and fish for a day. But back to the hook in the thumb. The second fish that came on, he was in a hurry to get the thing off because another rod went off at the same time, and he's trying to get the thing out of the net. And he knew better. I mean, if he didn't, he should have. He goes right down the line and picks the fish up by the gills with the hook below him. And of course, the fish flops and yanks the hook right up through his thumb. Luckily, we're fishing barbless hooks. So, yeah, you do it the right way, Steve. That's one reason you have a lot better videos than I do, is because you're not busy running a boat and trying to video and trying to help people tie lines and so on and so on. But anyway, I'm probably ruining my video for everybody that's in here, the one that will come out about this salmon trip, but that's all right. That's only 8 or 9 of you, so. Do you get everything packed up today, Steve? Ready to hit the road bright and early in the morning? Getting there, but not yet. Well, don't let me hold you up. I probably asked you this, but what part of Wyoming? You'll probably pass my wife. She's headed home. Well, no, you'll probably just miss her. I think she's headed home from Missouri on Monday. Yeah. Either Derek, you could either wait to watch it or you could go back and get it spoiled. Watch the live back once it's done. No, I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. People watch that kind of a video usually. So my salmon fishing videos are the only videos that people don't like, or that some people don't like. They give me negative comments on. Out of all my hunting nutria, people don't care about those, but a salmon, whoo, you better not even touch that or else it's going to be a bad deal, you know. I'm going to touch it right into the frying pan. How about that? I ignore them too. I read their comment and give them a thumbs down and then go on with life. Everybody has their right to their own opinion. So, whatever. At least one out there. From canning tomatoes. Alrighty. Have a good one, Chuck. Appreciate you stopping in. James Gipe, thumbs up. Appreciate you stopping in. How many lives have you done today? I've been out salmon fishing, so I haven't been on any of them. A lot. I figured that. You're always on a live trying to get other people's channels going. Yep. Hopefully, if I stay on live long enough, I'll get a few people in here too. But they're slow coming today. But I understand that too. 23rd to the 25th. I don't know what's going on out there. Hey, game file. All I know is that when you go salmon fishing on a day when the ocean is nice, you have to be out there a couple hours before daylight to get your boat in the water in decent time. We didn't rig any of our lines until after we launched the boat, so that helped. I mean, helped take up the time until it got light, but yep. So what else is new with all you guys? All the way to, yeah. I don't know that I've been there when it was a line. No, I think the longest line I've been in was we were somewhere between the aquarium and the first entrance to the marina, I think. But even that, it's actually all things considered, it's not even that much of a line to get in. I mean, that long of time to get in, even with the line back that far. You can still be in an hour and a half to 2 hours if people keep moving. Do you ever go out of Florence, Derek? All right, straight to the point. Appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, that would make it a lot easier. Uh, I don't know. I could almost do that, but my boat's not locked up or anything. Anyway, do you like going out of Florence or Newport better? Small ramp there at Florence. Yeah, I know it is. My boss goes out there all the time and goes salmon fishing in the river, but well, all the time except when we both go out of Newport sometimes, run about the same places out in the ocean. And yeah, I like Newport. I figure if I'm going to fish somewhere, I might as well fish out of the same port all the time, and that way you learn to know it a little better and have more success that way. The downside to that is you don't have as many options. If the ocean gets rough, you don't have as many options, I guess. But the South Law is always restricted way before Newport is anyway, or it seems like it. Oh yeah, yeah. Always got to have something for her to do. My wife goes along sometimes, but she gets sick about half the time. I don't think she'd have got anywhere close to sick today because sun was shining all day long and the waves were not very big. So it was a beautiful day on the ocean. You going after any of the non-selective coho, Derek? I guess that would be answered after they decide if the season ended this today. All right. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. Wasn't sure how this Saturday evening was going to work, but you're not going out for him. Okay. It's a blast once you get on them, but it took us a little while to figure out where they were today, even with some tips from others who had been out yesterday. But all right, have a good one. Did let's see here. Did anyone try coming in? I'm not sure how this StreamYard works. If somebody tries to come up or not, but Game File, you were wanting to come up. eventually, and you said you're back. Do you want to still come up or not? I'm about to get blinded by the sun. You can kind of tell that if you look real close. What did everybody do today? Boy, I'm going to have to move out of the frame here to get out of the sun. Let's see. Got 3 people in here. Four people in here. Somebody else showed up. Anybody want to come up and chat for a while, or too shy for that? You don't have to be shy. It's just the whole world watching. Could shut it down and come back later. Go fix something to eat, then come back when everybody else is on. Or more people maybe would be on. Dunno. How does it work? You hit that link on the top, Gerald. The one that's in blue. You already ate some salmon. I didn't have any yet, but I got a bunch of it in the freezer. I'm not even sure how this works completely here. Let me see if I can. Where are you at? Go back here. Dismiss. I can't tell. Oh, here. There you are. There, you should be up now, I think. Hey, what's up, Austin D? Oh. Did that get you up on there? Are you? Name you. You should be up on stream now. I don't see you though. Been good, been busy. Hey, Fish Smack, welcome in. Nephew Austin D. Did you add the nephew to your name? Because I don't think you had that before. I could be wrong, but. Gerald, did you try coming in? I mean, some you did, but I don't know how to get you up on the panel for some reason. It showed that you were in there. I did just hit the link. Or they did just hit the link. Is that Kent? Oh, there's somebody's in there. Let's see. Berkey Gerald. Add to stream. There you go. There's somebody.
Hey, Mr. Earl.
Hey, what's up?
I was just trying to see if it was going to work.
Berkey Gerald. Yeah, Berkey Gerald's in here too, but I don't think it's Berkey Gerald. It's probably Kent. Am I right? Oh, they left. Maybe they don't have any good connection. You still up, game file? Nope, he left too. Yeah, it does work. We'll get it figured out one of these days. Kent, was that you trying to come up, or was that uh, Gerald? Well, it didn't work for you, GameFile, or what? Or Tristan? I still remember your name. Or you're just too shy to show your face? Fish Smack, you want to come up? I know you're shy. You don't want to show your face. And I know that ain't true either. All right. Now that we got it a little somewhat figured out, might work. I know I didn't. That's probably why I did remember your name, because I didn't think I would. I'm actually pretty horrible with names, but every once in a while I surprise myself and remember somebody's name. Keep watching to see if somebody else is on panel. I could really trip somebody out here. Access. Headset.
How about that?
There, how about that?
Does that give you an echo?
Does that give you an echo or not?
Fish smack.
Fish smacker. Go
the,
to the
let's see here.
let's see here. Go to the pin tent up at the top there and hit that, and it'll take you through a series of things to come in, and you should be able to come in just fine. Wide Family Farm. What in the world is up? Doing great. Went out on the ocean today and slayed some Coho salmon. And now I'm still sitting in the sun. So I'm going to turn this thing. Try to get out of the sun until the sun goes down. Fish smack, you getting it figured out? Yeah, I figured it'd be dark there already, Tristan, but sun is just about down to the mountains. Yeah, just hit that pinned comment, go into StreamYard, and you'll enter the studio, and then you'll hit the go live or whatever, and then I'll do the rest from this end. Connect you from this end. If you can get that far. He'll get it here eventually. I know he's smart enough to figure that one out. Oh, there he is.
How you doing, Reeve?
Oh, there he is. Doing?
How you doing, buddy?
How you doing, Reeve?
Good. Good.
We're getting some feedback. Do you know what's causing that?
How you doing,
You
buddy?
got to mute.
How you doing, Reeve?
Good. Now it's really bad. Let's see. Can you hear me? Or is it too? Okay.
I think, did we get it now? It sounds better now.
Let's see. Can you hear me? Yeah.
I can, but it's still getting some type of feedback. I think, did we get it now? It sounds better now.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah. I can, but it's still getting some type of feedback. I think, did we get it now? It sounds better now.
Yeah. I don't know where. You on?
Let me try something. Is that better now?
If you have no, if
It's
you
not.
have two devices on, you have to mute the one.
I don't have two devices on. I've only got the one.
Oh, now it is.
It's better now. I think what it was
now
in the
it works
background,
great.
because you have to use Chrome for this. I don't use Chrome. I use Safari. So I think I had my YouTube on my Safari, so I shut that off.
Yeah, it's working now.
Good deal. Good deal. So you went out fishing today?
I'm looking at. Yeah, we were out in the ocean for a while. Went
Yeah,
out.
did good.
Yeah, we did pretty good. You go out today at all?
Yeah, I went out creek fishing, and it was an interesting day. I had got there's a section of this creek. I'm kind of searching some new creeks around here, trying to find some good ones to fish. And a lot of times I'll go on satellite imagery, and I'll follow creeks and stuff and try to find like entry and exit points. And I found one, and I walked up one today. It's pretty crazy. I'm gonna put a video about it probably tomorrow. But I got about a mile, almost 2 miles back up in this creek, and I find an entire backpack, a fishing backpack, and I'm not going to say what's in it, but I mean, hundreds of dollars of stuff in this backpack. I have no idea why it was there. It's like, at first I was kind of like, did someone get hurt and then had to run out of here? Or I'm so confused by it, because the amount of money that was in this backpack and where it was at was pretty remote. And I know where I entered to get into there was nobody parked there. They would have had to have come in a different direction. And I was looking at the satellite imagery just a little bit ago, trying to figure out where they would have come from. And they still would have had to come in a long ways if they came the opposite direction. So I don't know. I just want to try to find whoever left it out there. But what was weird, like I said, there was no fishing poles, no drink containers, nothing. It was just the backpack, and it was loaded.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, that's crazy.
Because I'm talking to a couple other people, and I was like, I'm just trying to ask myself like what I would do. It's like, I have a lot of when I'm fishing, especially in the creeks. I've got not only my expensive, all my gear. I've got my camera stuff, and two, like I said, a lot of times I'll keep my gun on me too, because if I'm fishing back where some of these areas I'm fishing, I'm pretty remote, and so I'm definitely going to keep a gun on me. But yes, that's always, I've got a ton of money in my backpack, and I'm never going to set that back count ever anywhere. And even like, I know I was talking to a couple friends, and they're like, well, maybe someone was camping. I'm like, well, if they were camping, why in the world would they have walked off with their fishing poles and left their backpack down in the creek? It's like, or I mean, anytime I've even,
exactly.
I want, like I said, I'm never leaving my backpack anywhere. But the few times I've maybe took like an extra rod or something, still, once again, I'm going to hide it way out of the way off the creek or something and leave myself like some marker to go back and find it. But, I'm not going to leave it right out in the open. And I don't think it flooded down there because there was one other item that was in close proximity to it that there's no way they would have floated down and landed that close to each other. So it was, like I said, I'm just totally puzzled. So, but that's like the third, I think like third set of gear that I found.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I found
somebody else is trying to come in. Let's see who this is. Here we go.
Yeah.
Did we lose you, Reef Robber?
Hey, Courtney.
Hey, how are you?
You there?
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. How are things going today, guys? Good?
Yeah.
That's
I'm getting
good.
confused. I got two screens on here. On the one and not on the other. You are on the one. It's a little confusing.
Yeah, I understand.
And I'm Trace. What's your name?
My name is Courtney.
Courtney. Hi, Courtney.
Live tonight.
Yes, nice to see y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys went fishing today, huh?
He was on the ocean. I was in the creek.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've only been deep fishing like one time, I think.
Yeah, I hide out in the creeks most of the summer. I'm in Tennessee.
I only go once a week. Usually.
You go once a week, Reef?
Sometimes I do, but I don't always go every week. Well, I can't get this camera lined up. Not sure which way to go here.
Now, where are you at, Courtney?
I'm in Ohio.
Ohio, nice.
Yeah.
And Reef, where are you at? What state are you in, Reef?
I'm in Oregon.
You're in Oregon? Oh, wow. I didn't realize you were on the West Coast.
I'm in Oregon.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I
thought
thinking
you were on
like
the East
Florida.
Coast for some reason.
Yeah.
So what part of Oregon are you in?
Willamette Valley. I'm between Albany and
You're breaking up. Where at?
between Albany and Eugene.
Eugene. Is that is Eugene where the Goonies was filmed? Am I right?
Is it where the what is?
I'm sorry, the
Goonies.
connection.
I thought the Goonies,
like,
that old show. I thought it was filmed in Eugene.
I think so.
Because I've been to Oregon once. I flew in. I had some friends that lived in Portland, and we did a lot of hiking around Portland. And I'm pretty certain it was Eugene that we tried to go up to. But the day we got there, it was a really bad wreck, and the interstate was shut down, so we couldn't get to Eugene. So,
So you're from Tennessee. I used to live near Tennessee. What part of Tennessee you're from?
I'm outside of Nashville.
Okay. I used to live in Hopkinsville, Kentucky.
Okay, I know exactly. I used to go up there a lot around Fort Campbell and stuff.
Yeah,
I had friends up there, so. But yeah, I stayed a lot in Hopkinsville and Clarksville.
Clarksville. Yep.
Yeah. And so you lived there, you said?
Yeah, I lived in Hopkinsville for about a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
Oh gosh, that was like, well, now it's probably like 15 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, nice.
Yeah.
Have you always lived in Portland, Reef?
I'm not in Portland. Oh, in
Or
Oregon.
excuse me,
You said.
not
No, I
Portland.
grew
I
up
meant
in
I meant
Virginia,
Oregon. I
actually,
meant to
and
say
then
Oregon.
lived in. I lived in Michigan for 10 months and then moved here and moved for 6 years out here for 11 years now, almost 12.
Okay. Oh, nice. It's beautiful out there. For what sections I saw, I tell you, one of the
Can y'all hear me?
coolest
All right?
places. I'm trying to remember. We went to Opal Creek. Do you know where Opal Creek is at?
Opal Creek?
Yeah.
It sounds familiar, but I couldn't tell you where it is.
I know from Portland, it seemed like, I think it was about an hour and a half drive where we went, and there was an old town there that you couldn't even get access to. You had to walk back in there. But there was the streams there were just the most incredible stream. It was just this emerald green. I think it was like, if I'm certain, I think there were copper mines possibly in that area, and I guess that's why the green in the creeks. But it was the most beautiful streams I've ever seen in my entire life. But that we went, like I said, my buddy, when I went out there to visit them, he was taking me around just a couple of different areas. But I do remember Opal Creek. So, have you been out to Oregon, Courtney?
No, I was just gonna say I've never been to the West. I've been to Las Vegas, but that's pretty much as far as I've gone. Like Arizona, Las Vegas, and I can't think of the other state right now. Yeah, I've only been to those states. I flew to Las Vegas, and then we saw the Grand Canyon and stuff like that. But I've never been to California or anything like that.
I used to live from like 99 to about 2006. I used to race bikes. So in winters, I would stay out in California. And so we would travel around a lot.
Okay.
But I've made Oregon as far. I never made it actually to Washington. Washington's the only one I haven't seen. So hey, Reef, quick question. When you were the prairie dogs, is that in your area or are you somewhere else? Is your connection good, Courtney?
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting is Reef coming up broken on your side?
Yes.
Okay. Am I coming across broken?
Nope.
Huh. Reef, if you got a bad connection,
it's broken on my side, like everything.
Do you have pretty decent internet where you're at?
I must have. I just shut down the computer so that I could. I have pretty decent internet. Yeah. So I'm not sure what's going on. I shut the stream going on the computer too. That was on my phone. So I had the computer going so that I could add the comments on that. But is it better now?
Way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, it was coming across all broken. So.
Okay.
I was asking when you were hunting those prairie dogs. Was that in Oregon?
But
what'd you say?
Yeah, those are it's not prairie dogs.
It's not. What are they?
Smaller than prairie dogs.
Really?
They look the same. They're in the family, but they're a sage rat.
That's okay.
Oh, okay.
Are they as invasive as the prairie dogs, like in Oklahoma?
Oh, yeah, they're like the farmers. They're over there. across the Cascades from us. But yeah, they dig up fields all the time, and we go over and just shoot them for a day and then come back home.
Got it.
But
Yeah,
what I was
I know
going
that
to
one
say
time I
about
went to Oklahoma,
Courtney, she only
that was
made
the
it
first
to
time I ever
Las
seen
Vegas.
prairie dogs, and there was
Las
something
Vegas.
about a big flood when I'd gone there, and they had moved to the inner city, and they were just everywhere. Just the parks and everything were just loaded with them.
Interesting. Yeah, we don't have them out here.
Yeah, we don't have them here either. So
Yeah.
and the Neutro? What are those ones? I know they're in around water.
Big rats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Those things
We get here
last.
in Tennessee. We've got probably around.
Yeah.
We've got muskrats, and then we have mink. I see mink in the creek quite a bit.
Yeah,
and,
that's what we have is muskrats and mink.
Uh-huh.
I don't want them around my chickens.
Uh-huh.
Weasel.
Will the mink or muskrats mess with them?
The minks, well, they're bad.
Minks will they kill them?
They don't necessarily kill them. They just
Really?
rip their heads off and they run away.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I never knew that.
Yeah.
Huh.
The weasels are the same way.
Okay.
They don't ever eat the chickens either. They just go in and wreak havoc and rip their heads off and then they leave.
Wow.
They always like leave the chicken behind too. It's like
now possums will do something kind of like that, aren't they? But
kind of, yeah.
But now they'll eat some of their internal organs, won't they?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, man, that's crazy.
Yeah. But
Were you still figuring it out, Reef? Is it pretty hard to get the StreamYard set up, Reef?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
What is it?
I don't know. Is that
It's in. I mean, you're breaking up again a little bit. Is he breaking up on your side, Courtney?
yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little bit.
Yeah. What's going on with that? Maybe I should try it on my computer instead of on my phone one time and see if that works, but I'd have to shut down the whole stream.
Yeah, I had a huge issue with Wi-Fi. When I started doing my lives, I couldn't use Wi-Fi. It would always break up. So I had to hardwire my computer into the internet instead of Wi-Fi, because every time I'd go to use it, I would break up every time. Or like something would happen, I'd lose the entire stream, or it was bad.
I've got to get mine set up. I work from home, so I've got everything in my house is hardwired in, but I still use Wi-Fi, and I've got a Wi-Fi booster in the house. So,
okay.
But I do pretty intensive downloads with like a high megapixel as far as PDFs and stuff. So, but my speed here is pretty fast. I think it was 300 megabits, I think is what I've got. So I had a gig in my other place, but it was kind of overkill. Really, it was faster than what my computer could even manage. So awesome. I definitely got to get mine set up.
I could shut it down and then come.
It's whatever you guys will do. I got here in a few. I've got to
because my computer.
Did you see where I caught that cat the other day in the creek?
I haven't seen. I'm new to I don't know your channel, so
yeah. Last week I was creek fishing, and someone had dumped a small kitten in the creek, and I brought her home. Which I've got dogs, but I brought her home, and so she turned into be a little bit of a chore. She got really, really sick last night, and so I had to have her. Luckily, my vet was able to work her in today on an emergency visit, and they said because I had a visit for her set up for Thursday, but they said she more than likely would have already died by Thursday. She had like 105-degree temperature, and are you familiar with have you ever heard of a wool like on the Gideon rabbits?
Yeah.
she had one of those in her neck. I'd been cleaning her, and it had just come up evidently, or has been growing. It hadn't been big enough, but I noticed when I took her to the vet today, she was real sensitive around her neck, and I felt it just before they took her in. And I said, "Can you check to see if this is one of those wolves?" And they checked it, and they said it was. So they had to sedate her and put a small incision to cut it out. But so I've got to actually go check on her here in just a few. She's been sedated, and we've been having to get her nursed back to health. So, and then I got to find her a home.
Yeah.
Hey, Gardner. Stopping in.
Hey, Gardner Josh. I shared you out, so a lot of my people may be stopping in. Thank you so much, Reef Robert, for having me on. I shared you out on my community post, so you might get a few stragglers of my people coming on into your chat. I got to get going, but it was so nice to meet you, Fish Smack. I'm gonna subscribe to you and
nice.
stuff like that. So
let me know. Yeah, I will connect with you. So
okay.
Awesome. Yeah.
Well, it's good to see you, Reef Robert. I felt bad last time I went live and you were live, and I didn't get a chance to come into your live. So, but yeah. So I'll see y'all later. Okay.
Oh, that's okay.
All right. Bye.
Have a good evening.
Good one. Appreciate you coming up.
How long have you been doing the lives, Reef?
Now let's see if it works a little better with only two of us on here.
Yeah. It's breaking up just a little bit. How long have you been doing the lives?
I just started last week actually doing lives, but I've been on other people's lives before.
Got it. Does that, if you're on someone else, so how do the community hours work? When you're doing that with someone else, do you get community hours for it, or is it only whoever's hosting it?
No, it's only whoever's streaming it.
Got it.
That's all that gets it.
Got it. It seemed like a lot of people are going to it. I know Greg with Puddle Walkers, I was watching one of his the other night. He's been doing this week. And he said that it really helping a lot as far as picking up on his hours. I think he did a 2-hour stream one of the nights this week. And I think he said he picked up almost 40 hours just from that one stream.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did one that was just over 2 hours, and I haven't gone back and looked at it recently. I think that was a Thursday evening, I believe it was. And by Friday morning, I believe it was, I already had 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
On that one.
That's awesome. So now you're not breaking up
quite
now.
A bit.
So back to where, so in Oregon. So where did you say exactly you are? You're close to Eugene?
Yeah, I'm about 20, 30 minutes from Eugene and about 20, 30 minutes from Albany. I'm right in the middle.
Okay. Nice. So when the one time I got to come out there, I actually fished for the spring Chinook. Do you fish much for the spring Chinook?
I don't fish for salmon much.
Really?
This is the first year that I even fish for salmon.
Really?
And people that watch my channel can't believe that I never go after them, but I like putting fish in the boat. And when you fish for salmon, you may or may not catch one.
For that day we went
ocean.
And what now?
I said, except for the ocean coho, they're a pretty easy salmon to fish.
Really?
Like today, we got on a school of them, and today was you could keep the wilds or the hatcheries today.
Okay.
That season was yesterday, and it'll go until the quota is filled. But we got on a school of those things, and we had 5 fish in the boat in about 15 minutes. Wow. Now that's some
hatchery. Do they?
Because they clip the fin. Yeah.
I was gonna say so the hatchery ones are clipped, and the other ones are not.
Right.
I remember. So when we come out there, I had no, I had just always heard of salmon fishing and just had seen people doing like the salmon runs and stuff. And I didn't realize that the
Yeah.
spring Chinook was a lot harder to go to than the fall Chinook because of the numbers.
it is.
There's a lot less numbers on the spring Chinook. And so we
Right.
went out that day, and I mean, it was like 40 boats in this area. And we're just like, no one was catching. Luckily, I caught one.
Yeah.
And then, and
yeah.
luckily it was, I didn't know the difference. I didn't know that you couldn't keep the hatchery ones.
Yeah.
Luckily, I caught a wild one. And then too, we were fighting off the sea lions. The guy said, "It's like as soon as you hook up, he's like, you better get it in. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
the sea lions will steal it from you." So, but I was able to get it in, but I was
Yeah.
surprised too because the amount of money. He said I could have taken that one. It was about a 13, 14 pound, I think. He said I could have taken it like to the fish market, probably made almost like $300 on it because the spring Chinooks are so much more expensive. I think they go for like, I think he said like $40 a pound or $30 or $40 a pound. But we ended up eating it and we just kept it and ate it. It was really good, but I was let down. I just like I wish for what we paid for and stuff. I felt like the charter should have kind of set the expectation of, hey, this is spring Chinook. We may get out there and catch absolutely nothing, you know. So, and I about 50 questioned the guy to death and pissed him off because I was like, I kept asking stuff like trying to figure out how to catch him, and he was getting irritated with me. But well, that's awesome. So you guys had 5 in the boat in 15 minutes?
No, that's yeah, about. I mean, I don't know exactly how long it was, but I mean, once they started biting, we had 4 rods in the water, and 3 of them went off, and then we put the other one back in the water, and another one went off before we got all 4 of them back in. So yeah, I would assume it was within 15 minutes. I mean, it was.
What were you?
It was.
What were you
quick.
using for bait?
We were using a variety of stuff. We were using herring on one. We were using I just lost what they're called. We were using a Brad's bait on one, which is a little something or another. You put a little piece of herring in there and it swivels back and forth. And the other one, hoochie with a little piece of herring on it. A pink hoochie, which is like a squid looking thing, whatever.
Okay.
And let's see, the other, I don't even remember. We might have had 2 of them with just herring. I don't remember, but yeah.
We were. I mean, the one day we were fishing, it was some type of eggs. Pink. I don't know if it was. Is it salmon egg? I don't. Will they eat other salmon's eggs?
Yeah. It's salmon egg. Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess that's what it was. A salmon egg sacks or whatever. I think that's what we were fishing with that day. So.
Yep.
But it was so what are the size of the ones you guys were catching today?
I think the biggest one was, I don't know, around 10 or 11 pounds. I forget, something like that. They're not huge. Nice. They're a smaller, but.
How many did you guys end up keeping?
It's fun when you get a bunch of. What's that?
I said, how many did you guys end up keeping?
8. We limited out.
Nice.
It's 2 per person.
Nice. That's 2 per person is what you can keep?
Yeah. And then my boss was out there in his boat, and he had 5 people on his boat. I called him over to the spot we started catching them, and he limited out too. So we pulled, between the 2 boats of us, we pulled out 18 fish out of that one little hole. Well, 17 because we had one earlier. But,
that's awesome. Yeah. I wish I had a more chance to fish saltwater. My grandparents were in. My grandfather was stationed in Camp Lejeune, and I used to go down there and stay with them during the summers. Once he retired from the military, he stayed down there and dredged clams and would fish. But I can remember going down there and fishing for sea trout. Man, we went out one day and it was the most incredible day. I mean, you're just as soon as it hit the water, you were reeling in fish, and it was like that for hours. So
Yeah.
those days will spoil you.
No. Yeah. Yeah. No, we went out one other day for these coho, and we had 4 people on my boat, including me, and that was when you could only keep the hatchery fish. There's days when you can only keep hatch, and then there's days when you can, I guess, that you can only keep wilds. But that time we could only keep hatcheries, and I bet you we put 30 fish in the boat that day just to get 8 keepers. It took us a long time to get all wilds. And if they would open that season for either one, they would save more fish, because by the time you get that wild fish in the boat, it's tired. You release it, and then the sea line's going to get it because it's worn out. It can't run from a sea line. Been out of the water too long and all that. And, you know, it would make a lot more sense if they would just let you keep the first 8 that you get on the boat, and then you don't stress out all the rest of it. Right.
You know, like I said, I think there's so many times that there's, I don't know who's making the rules, but if they would really reach out to the fishermen, like I said, because I don't, sometimes we've got some of the laws like that here in Tennessee that make no sense. It's just like same thing like on paddlefish season here. So like paddlefish season, you can keep only 2. You can't cull anything. You can't throw them back. And it's like, so if I catch a 10-foot female and then a 1-foot male, that's what I got to keep. I'm like, well, I don't want to keep the 10-foot female. I want her back breeding, you know. But we've got kind of some weird laws like that too. And then same thing with the commercial fishermen that they allow in our area. They run all over top of each other, and they wear like certain areas out. So we may have 5 commercial fishermen working like a 5-mile stretch of the river, and I can tell like a difference in the population of the fish just from where they, you know, cull out so much. So but that's
thinking
like
about
you said,
going next.
And what were you saying
about going next Saturday down hour south of here, going down and putting my kayak in and floating the river, chasing smallies. So I don't know if that'll happen or not, but I'd love for it to.
That'd be awesome. I know it's like I've been checking out some other streams. There's one I've been eyeing. It's a good smallie stream, and I had to figure out who could pick me up. Most of the time I'm always out by myself, but it's about a 30-mile stretch. I would love to do it. I found out where it dumps into another one of our main trout rivers, and I was told that where it dumps in is really good, but I'd like to kind of do like a couple-day trip, you know, and search out that whole 30-mile section.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. Well, good deal, Reef. Well, hey, I don't mean to cut it short.
So when you do that, you go on a kayak?
What is it?
I said, when you do that 30-mile trek, do you do it on kayak or on foot?
I would do it on kayak.
How do you do that?
I would do it on kayak.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done. I think so far we've done a couple that were 26 miles, and they were easy. I knocked it out easy in 2 days. So.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So you think you got to go?
Yeah, I need to run. I got to get some stuff together. So, like I said, I need to get in here and check on this cat. I don't know if you saw it, where I got a stray cat last week. Someone had dumped in the creek, and so she got really sick, and we've been kind of having to nurse her. I got to get in here and make sure she's got some medicine tonight before she falls asleep on me. So, but
oh yeah.
Well, let's do it again, man. I appreciate you having me on. This is awesome.
Yep. I appreciate you coming in. So
Yeah.
it's been good.
Have a good
talking
weekend,
to
Mr.
you.
Reef. Be safe, buddy.
All right. You too. Have a good one.
See you, buddy.
All right. All right. One other person in here. I think I'm going to shut this down since there's no one else in here. And we'll do one some other time. So I appreciate everybody that's been in here. Appreciate all the support. And there's been some good people in here tonight. So hang in there. Get out there and get some fishing done, or whatever you do. Get out and do something. Be active. And I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one.